Research shows 80% of people abandon their New Year's resolutions by the second Friday of January. If you're an insurance company owner right now, I want to highlight one of the biggest things that I think is going to stop you from growing in 2025. So I'm going to present you with the question, are you one of the 80% who have given up on your goals already? We're coming up to the first couple of days of February, and I want to invite the question to you. Are you part of the 80% who have already quit in January? You know, if you're anything like me, you probably sat there in December and done some really hard reflected on the year, the good things, the bad things, and you would have set yourself some goals for 2025. Come January, fired up, prepared, ready to go, and it comes to a couple of weeks into January, the same problems, the same things in your business, the same things in your personal life, and you either attack it, move forward, change those things and make the progress, or you just revert back to your old self and you sit there, the same things happen, the same life, the same business, and you fall into the 80% of those who just give up on their goals. As an agency that helps insurance brokers and insurance companies with consultancy, lead generation systems, and a done-for-you system that allows insurance companies to grow, sign new business, sign new clients, and effectively have systems in place that don't require third-party lead providers to help them grow. I come to find clients that we work with just tend to have the same issues over and over and over again. I want to highlight those to you now because they are becoming more and more prominent. The more people we work with, the more they tell us the goals, the ambitions of where they're looking to take things. And I do believe that their best interests are to actually fulfill on these goals. But something just keeps happening that causes them to just fall short of the mark of where they're looking to be. Either if this is a certain GWP amount, if this is a certain amount of policies per month, if this is a certain structure and system that they have in their business, if this is a certain way that they acquire business. Let's just say that 90% of the time they're buying leads and they'd like to probably make that more like 30% and then have the rest come through other means. So they're not reliant on having all their eggs in one basket. Whatever that might be for your insurance company, right? I'm sure a lot of the goals that you have are very similar to a lot of the other insurance companies out there. So what exactly is it that is stopping you from getting to that next level, making that next step? And one of the questions that I've got for you is, are you being complacent? Complacency is the number one thing that will stop you from growing your insurance company this year, because it is the number one thing that is stopping all of our clients who run into the same problem from getting to the next level. And that complacency actually masks itself within comfort. Naturally, as humans, we all fall victim to it. What tends to happen is you start these new partnerships, maybe with an agency like ourselves, you start to buy leads, you have a new system, you might have some Facebook group system, some form of lead buying system, paid ads, partnerships, referrals, whatever that might be. When you first start these new relationships and these new projects, it's uncomfortable. So prior to start, you have to understand that it's going to be uncomfortable, but prior to that you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Naturally, this is a state that we don't want to be. It's high stress, it's uncertainty, and a lot of the time it's just the unknown. As humans, we're just really bad at being within the unknown. We don't like to be in the unknown for too long. This is one of the reasons why people don't go to the gym, because they're scared of what people might think of them. They're scared they don't know how to use any of the machines, and it's just an unfamiliar environment to them. And it's not until you start to go a couple of times, things start to become more comfortable. And then before you know it, it feels like a home. You're there all the time. You start to see the same faces, and it becomes just a normal part of who you are. But it doesn't start like that. Now, the reason isn't because you are uncomfortable is the reason you can't grow. It's because you get to that state of where things start to become comfortable. This is where the complacency kicks in. Because to be able to get to the next level of the business that you're trying to grow, to be able to get to the next stage within your insurance company, you have to consistently put yourself in this uncomfortable environment to be able to force yourself to grow. Let me share an example that is more relevant to the business right now. So there's a client that makes extremely good positive cash flow through their advertising. We run a number of Facebook, Google, landing pages, and basically a lead generation funnel. We've built them, and it's extremely successful. They make really good money every single month that comes through this. They're positive. They really love it. Everything's going extremely well. Now, a lot of the time, you try and mask complacency with new ideas. basically say to yourself, well, okay, it can't be this easy. It's not just as easy as just doing more of what we're doing right now. And we get to the next level. We make more money. We make more policy sales each month. We grow the business. We grow the team. We grow the sales team. And a lot of the time, the fact that you want to find new ideas, if this is new landing pages, new funnels, new offers, anything that has a shiny ball syndrome to it, you force yourself to want to give that a go. Let's try this. Let's change this up. Let's go different branding. Let's go different colors. Let's go different lead forms. Let's do different ads. Let's do different messaging. Let's change our logo. These are all things that are just rooted in complacency because you're not highlighting the main issue, which is forcing yourself to be in an uncomfortable environment. The environment that you need to put yourself in is a financial uncomfortable situation. Now when insurance companies become profitable with their ads, there's a number of things that we can do. One of the quickest things to be able to scale them up is just spend more. So let's say we've got a client that is spending 10,000 per month. By all means, this is not a small investment, but let's say they're doing 10,000 per month and maybe they're 2.5x in their money, right? They put 10,000 in, they make back in commissions, let's say 25,000, right? Let's just say it's double. They put 10,000 in, they make 20,000 back in commissions. This is just an example figure, by the way, just so you can understand it. One of the quickest ways to be able to get to 50,000 is just spend more. So for example, if you're spending 10, you're making 20, and you want to make 40, then you should spend 20. Then if you want to make 60, then you should spend 30. And it really is as simple as that. But a lot of the time, that's an uncomfortable situation because naturally we don't just want to spend 30,000 per month. And one of the biggest things that really hold people back is just that complacency of not actively seeking that uncomfortable situation by forcing more through the funnel. And with ads, a lot of the time it is literally just a case of spending more. Now there are bottlenecks and there's other things that need to be changed, there's structures within the accounts, and there's small things that we're not going to talk about on this video. So right now, if you are running ads, one thing I want to make you aware of, because it does seem that insurance companies are slightly behind on digital marketing, by a few years versus where a lot of other companies are at. If you do find yourself spending 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 15,000, and you're asking yourself, are we at a cap? Is this a maximum that we can take things right now? If there is room to grow and there's appetite for more, I just want to invite you to the possibility that there is so much more that can be done. There's so much more that can be spent. There's so much more traffic that can be obtained. There's so many more leads that can be processed. There's so many more calls that we can have. There's so many more policy sales that you can have. So if you're spending that amount right now and you're thinking that you're at a cap, you're thinking that you need to change things up, you think that you need to maybe bring on an additional source like a lead provider, then I just want to invite you to the idea that actually you are just really getting started and there is so much more that can be done. Right now, we manage clients that are spending upwards of 80,000, 90,000 and 110,000 plus per month across their Google, across their Facebook marketing campaigns. So if you're spending on that lower range and you are maybe just not seeing people around you that are spending these type of figures, then I want you to use this video as some encouragement to say, okay, maybe I am being a little bit comfortable already. Maybe I am being slightly complacent. The numbers make sense. The things make sense. Yes, there's going to be more work. There might have to be new systems that we add in. There might have to be new people that we hire to be able to take on this workload. But is that the resolution that you had at the start of the year? Have you fallen into that 80% already by allowing doubt to creep in to your mind and basically giving up on those resolutions already? So are you within the 80%? Are you within the 20% that pushes further this year, makes those next revenue goals, hits those big targets, and basically levels things up this year? It's just something that we are noticing with the clients that we want to be more aggressive with. We want to push them. We want to see them succeed. We want to make them more money. But a lot of the time it is a personal transformation where you have to jump into cold water. You're standing at the edge of a diving board and just below is cold water effectively. And it's safe. That there's other people there, other people are doing it, other people are jumping in, there's no sharks, it's perfectly safe. But it is uncomfortable, it's cold, it's probably not going to be that much fun, it's going to take your breath away, but you're going to be fine and you're going to feel great after. This point of this video is really just to highlight this, really one of the biggest things that I see and can observe from dozens of insurance clients that we're helping across multiple different countries, from the US, from the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, mainly the top 5 English speaking countries. It's really this thing that we're seeing right now as being one of the biggest bottlenecks. It's not trying to find them new leads. It's not conversion rate issues. It's not quality problems. And it literally is just a case. Once things start to work and you become comfortable at that stage, are you willing to then put more on the line? Are you willing to bet bigger? Are you willing to put more chips on the table to get to the next level? Because complacency and comfort is going to kill the goals that you have this year if you're not aware of it and if someone hasn't pointed it out to you. If you are interested in any insurance lead generation, landing pages, ads, and you want to be able to have assistance to grow your insurance company this year, that's going to be the first link in the description. What I would love you to do is like, subscribe, do all that good YouTube stuff. Drop me a message if you found this valuable. Leave a comment if you found this valuable. If you think I'm just waffled on for the past however long this video is, leave a comment on that below as well. But really appreciate you watching this. Hope that sparked some thought for you this evening. And as always, have a good one.